Hello traders, in this video we're going to go over the results of my SPXL day trading plan so far. We've taken 10 more trades since the last video, so that's all these trades here. This is the daily chart of SPXL, by the way, and we're now up to 70 trades. I want to take it to 100 before I feel extra confident that this thing is profitable, and it is so far. We'll go over all the statistics. Let me just click on each one of these trade indicators to show you the 10 trades that we've taken since the last video, just in case you are curious about those details. Now, one thing that I like to remind you is that with this trading plan, all of the orders are placed ahead of time before the market opens. There is no active trading during the day, and when the market closes, I sell out of the position. That could be I used to do it the last 5 minutes of the market close, but now I'm working during the day, so I generally open up Webull during the after hours and close out of the position wherever the price is. And generally that's very close to where the market close was, because if you look at a lower time frame of SPXL and you look into the extended hours, let me zoom out here, you're going to see that things generally go sideways in the after hours. So like the first half of this gray column here will be the after hours, and you can see how the price just goes sideways in the after hours. So, and you can see here's an example where I sold in the after hours. So I don't care if I miss the close and I sell at 5:30 or whatever whenever I get home, because that's the price is generally going to be at the same level. I never ever wait until the next day, because you could suffer a gap down, and that's just too risky. So that's that. And let's look at the data so far after 70 trades. And there's also something that I want to share with you. So here's all of the trades that I've taken. You don't need to see all those details, so I just scrolled through those quickly. But this is trade number 70, which we took on November 23rd. So overall, this plan is profitable. But one of the questions that I want to answer in this video is, how large of a sample size do you need before you know your plan is profitable or not? And there are some big names out there in the trading world that will recommend that a sample size of 20 trades is enough. And I would argue that that's not near enough, and that 100 is probably the bare minimum. Closer to 1,000 is really ideal, but it takes a long time to collect 1,000 trades. The other issue is that most people are trading multiple ticker symbols, and it's very difficult to track how profitable your trading plan is when you're doing that. So that adds just kind of a whole nother huge variable. Now this trading plan only trades SPXL, which is an S&P 500 ETF. So it's not even trading a single stock. It's trading kind of like a basket of stocks, and that just makes it that much more predictable, and it means that the data is more meaningful. But even still, 20 trades is not enough to tell you whether or not the system is profitable, and I've proven that right here by looking at the first 50 trades. So if we go from trade 1 down all the way to trade 50, this is where the trade numbers are, and sum all those up, we were profitable $13.35 per share. So I have this normalized to one single share. That way the data is just more meaningful and easier to read. So that's with one single share. If you're trading with 10 shares, that number would be $130, or 1,000 shares, $1,300, so on and so forth. Now the last 20 trades, so this is a little bit deceiving because this says the sum of trade 51 to 100. We've only gone up to trade 70, so this will change over time. But for the past 20 trades, which is trade 51 to trade 70, we're down about $5 per share. So that's 20 trade sample size right there, telling you that this trading plan doesn't work. Yet if you look at the overall data for all 70 trades that we've taken so far, this trading plan is profitable, over $8 per share. So I think the proof is in the pudding here, that you need a large sample size, a minimum of 100 trades before you can decide whether or not what you're doing is profitable. And if you're trading small caps or penny stocks, or large caps where you're trading all kinds of different stocks every day, you're going to need even more than 100 trades to decide whether or not what you're doing is profitable. That's why you see so many traders that come along and they say, oh, I was profitable after the first 2 months of trading. But what happened a year later or 2 years later? Because there is a huge ebb and flow in the market, and what could work for a set of 10 or 20 trades may not work for a set of 100 or 1,000 trades. So that's the main message that I wanted to give to you in this video, beside updating you on where this plan is at right now after 70 trades. And the other thing that I wanted to look at was the SPX chart, which is again the S&P 500 on the daily chart, and show you that the interesting thing is that we have these last 20 trades have taken place over here in this area. So from the green line to the purple line, that's the first 50 trades, and we were quite profitable in that area, even though the market is just one huge oscillation and the overall trend is down. And what I think is even more interesting is that in the past 20 trades, we can see kind of a local uptrend, a recent uptrend, but we're not profitable in this area here. We're down a little bit. So things are always a little bit more complicated than what they seem. If you just look at this from a broad view, you might think, well, this should be profitable, but it wasn't. So that's why we need this large sample size. What ended up happening here is there was a ton of fake out entries that got triggered. So, and that's just the way the plan is designed, to take certain entries, and if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. The plan doesn't care. I don't care. I just keep trading the plan as is, because we back tested this since the beginning of 2022, which is right here up until this point, and even though the market was in an overall downtrend, it was profitable during that period. So that's why we just trade the plan, and we don't care if we look at a little section like this that looks like we should be profitable, but yet it wasn't profitable. We know in an even larger time frame that this thing is profitable, so we just keep doing it and keep collecting the data. And as long as at 100 trades we're still profitable, I'm going to keep doing this exactly as it is written. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. The message that I like to send out in all of my videos is that you've got to go into every trade with a plan, and you have to stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.